A very good morning to you and welcome to today's edition of Trending Issues. It's midweek already. Yeah, the month is running so fast. The week is running fast as well. My name is still Faith Okanwa. Thank you so much for joining us again on today's edition of Trending Issues. Of course, it comes to you live from AF Television. And this program will talk about issues that are trending in Nigeria and, of course, outside the shores of Nigeria. And also, you have the opportunity to drop your comments. You can make your contributions on all the topics that we are talking about this morning. If you check our handle, our social media handle, you will see the topics that we are talking about today that are trending in Nigeria. And you can select anyone that interests you the most to drop your comments via all our social media platforms. And we will take as much comments as we can. Quickly, let's begin from Lagos State, where something good, yes, is good. Something good has happened, but we'll just keep it pending until it is being effected. We're talking about the Lagos State governor, that is talking about Babajide Sanwo Olu, who yesterday promised civil servants in Lagos State that he has instructed for their salaries to be increased. Of course, the workers were so excited when he told them that at the secretariat in Alausa, Lagos State, and he said that they are trying to do some touches to see how they can improve their salaries. Of course, according to the governor, he's saying that the inflation rate in Nigeria is too outrageous and the pressure that it has mounted on people is too much. So the government is not waiting on the federal government, but they are seeing how they can help alleviate the hardship that the people are facing. Let's just take a quick look at the governor addressing the Lagos State civil servants yesterday.
You are not what? You are not of this one. I've looked around and I know that as a country there is pressure. I know that as a country there is a high level of inflation. I know that as a country I instructed the head of service office and the Ministry of Staff, Training and Pension to start to work on how we're going to increase the entire salary. In the country, I'm aware. This is Lagos. We are going to ensure that we can indeed take care of our public service. But when we do that, not only will we expect a lot more from you, but the citizens will see the benefit of doing the right thing. We want a union to wait to come and roll up to nothing. We want a government that is proactive. And we need to reflect to the hearing of the people and make that happen.
Of course, that was the Lagos State governor yesterday, Babajide Sanwo Olu, giving some excitement to Lagos State civil servants, saying that they are going to increase their salaries. Of course, he did not mention the percentage that the salary is going to be increased by, or if it's going to be a minimum wage. You know that we have a 30,000 naira minimum wage now at the federal level, and which some states are practicing already. But the governor failed to say, okay, this is the rate we're going to be paying you now, or this is the percentage by which we are increasing your salaries. Well, he is now left for him to put that in play and ensure that these workers receive it. Of course, he said also that they will be giving out cars to some of the workers that merited it. But some persons have raised the concern, saying, why haven't he done this increase in salary payment? Why is it coming now? And of course, you know that 2023 is just coming very closely, and that is the election year in Nigeria, the general election. And Lagos State is also having her election also, and Sanwo Olu is running for the second term. And we also have the Jagaban of Lagos, that is Tinubu, who is also a former governor of the state, and who is also a principal to Sanwo Olu. And some persons are saying that this has something to do with 2023. They are just trying to canvass votes for Sanwo Olu and Tinubu. But whatever be the case, it is a good news, because workers need to at least experience some good things. If you check the economy of Nigeria, if you go to the market most especially, you find out that the high cost of food prices is so outrageous that when you go to the market with maybe 20,000 naira, you just buy maybe 2 things and it's finished, and you'll be wondering what you did with your money, because you cannot see anything that you have bought that is tangible. Well, still 2023, while we're talking about it, a video has surfaced online showing some persons who are said to be supporters of APC's presidential candidate, who is ASUU Bola Tinubu, sharing some recharge card vouchers to some persons in Lagos State canvassing for votes. They gave them some recharge. We don't know how much that vouchers are worth, but these persons received it, and they say APC is for Tinubu, so you have to vote for Tinubu. Let's just take a quick look at the video also.
That's from APC. APC.
I'm gonna use this card for you.
We'll reach everybody. We'll reach everybody.
Start for the start. Thank you.
Money, no money. Now anytime collect now, money dey. I know say no be empty card didn't give. Any recharge, any network.
Any network.
Any network, any network, any network.
Chat card for you. Any network.
From Jagaban himself.
Alright, that's the video where some recharge card vouchers were being shared in Lagos State for Tinubu Jagaban of Lagos, who is the APC's presidential candidate ahead of the 2023 presidential election. Well, I know that it's campaign, so they have the right to share the recharge cards. You have the right to give out what you want to give to the people in the name of seeking for votes for your candidates. But some persons are saying, well, you can just collect the vouchers, collect anything they are giving, but vote your conscience. Just sit down, just as we keep telling you on the program, sit down, think and rethink who is the best candidate for various positions. We'll have the governorship positions in so many states. We'll have the presidential, senatorial, and the rest of them. Just sit down wherever you are and look at all these candidates, judge their antecedents, and know the right person to vote for, and then make sure that your vote counts. And also we hope that INEC will ensure that our votes count come 2023. The program is still trending issues on AF television. Don't forget, join the conversation this morning. Tell us what you think on all the topics that we are talking about trending in Nigeria via all our social media platforms, and we will take as much as we can. Don't forget also to like using the like button, share also so that your friends can hook up to the conversation this morning on trending issues. Quickly, let's move ahead. Yesterday, the federal government of Nigeria issued a certificate of recognition to a faction of ASUU, that is the Academic Staff Union of Universities. They have been on strike for 7 months plus. They went on strike since February 14th this year, 2022. And yesterday, the federal government, represented by Chris Ngige, who is the Minister for State Labor and Employment, issued this certificate of recognition to National Association of Medical and Dental Academics, NAMDA, and the Congress of Nigerian University Academics, CONASU. These are the two new factional unions that have been created. That means the academics have 3 unions now. We have ASUU, we have Konwa, and we have Namda. And of course, so many persons are saying, is it that they are trying to sideline ASUU? Well, let's not just say they are trying to sideline ASUU, because Konwa and this other union have been fighting to get recognition since, I think, 2018, and now the federal government have deemed it fit to give them this recognition. But we know that ASUU is still bigger. And well, for me, I think that ASUU having a rival union now will now make them have to not have the sole power to conduct the affairs of universities in Nigeria. Now we have all these unions, and of course they are saying that they are going to democratize the university section, and they see how they can stop the incessant strike embarked by academic union, precisely ASUU. But now ASUU, through their national president, I was talking about Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, has said that it doesn't matter, it doesn't have anything to do with us. The creation of these new unions doesn't just suppose the fact that ASUU is still a body, academic body, fighting for the rights of students and the rights of staff. I'm going to quote Osodeke, who is the national president of ASUU now, and he said, "That does not in any way affect us. We are a disciplined and focused union, and we know what we are doing and what we are after. Let them register as many unions as they like. That is inconsequential as far as we are concerned. We are not also in any way threatened. The sky is big enough for birds to fly. We know our members, we know our strength, and we also know what our vision and mission are. Our members are not saboteurs or bootlickers. Our struggle is for a better educational system in the country. If the system is good, all of us will benefit, and it's not only ASUU members, children, and wards that are going to benefit from improved funding and the provision of better facilities in our institutions." That is the quote from Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, who is the national president of ASUU. Well, while we wait for them to resolve that matter, yesterday the House of Rep leader, the president of the House of Rep, that is talking about Femi Gbajabiamila, submitted his recommendation to President Muhammadu Buhari, who we are expecting to look at some of the recommendations made by the House of Representative members we have in Nigeria, to see how we can settle this issue we are faced with ASUU and the federal government. Now, still talking about the ASUU strike, a Nollywood actor, Uche Maduagwu, took to the street to protest that action. It was a lone man protest, and he was calling on ASUU strike, on ASUU and the federal government to resolve their issues so that this strike will be called off and our students will go back to classrooms. Let's take a quick look at the video.
Yeah, they're seeing it.
Hey, ASUU strike! You know there? Alright, what's the job?
What do we do? Kilashe.
Kilashe go. Kilashe. End ASUU strike. End ASUU strike. You know there are ASUU jaba. ASUU jaba. End ASUU strike. End ASUU strike.
Let's do something to this. Yeah, we need to do something about this thing. We need to do something about this thing. That is a child's play.
End ASUU strike.
Yes.
End ASUU strike.
Yes, so
you know
we want change.
You know there. Or I want to job.
Emani, how can you become a doctor? How do you want to become a lawyer?
End ASUU strike.
Alright, that is the Uche Maduagwu, Nollywood actor, calling on the federal government to resolve ASUU matter so that the strike will be called off. Of course, every Nigerian have joined their voices to call on the federal government, and of course ASUU as a body, to resolve this pending matter and see that our children go back to school to study. This is 7 months and running that the students have been at home doing nothing, while some persons have engaged in some skills. Yes, we will not wave away that fact, but we are still calling on the federal government of Nigeria to see how they can resolve this ASUU matter entirely, not just resolving it temporarily, and tomorrow we'll still have to talk about ASUU strike again. They should resolve this permanently so that we'll know that if you're going to school to study for 4 years, it will be strictly 4 years and not extra years being added to you because of a strike and the rest of them. The program is still trending issues. AF Television joined the conversation this morning by dropping your comments, making contributions on the topics that we are talking about trending today in Nigeria, and we'll take as much comments as we can. Let's move ahead again. Yesterday, a protest rocked Delta State, precisely in Warri and Ughelli area of Delta State, and they were calling for EFCC, that is the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to be abolished, just as SARS was abolished by the federal government. You know that 2 years ago, the End SARS protest went nationwide, and now the protest again has come, and this time around it is saying no to EFCC. And some of those persons in Delta State are saying that EFCC operatives are arresting their sons, their fathers, their boyfriends, and the rest of them, tagging them Yahoo boys. We know them as Yahoo boys, but they are internet fraudsters. And some persons are saying just leave them so that they will go and fend for their families. But for me, I believe that crime is a crime. Yes, we're not supposed to be saying yes to crime. We're supposed to be fighting against crime and its activities. But what we stand against is with situation where operatives of the EFCC and other agencies will have to manhandle persons. In most cases, these persons are innocent persons. You find out that we are now in a situation where some youth, you are not free to be a youth because of the way you dress, because of properties you own. But you will know that yes, at some age you are not expected to own some things, but now in the current century we are in, you can make money. You can be a billionaire when you are even 18. When you are less than 18, you can make money. But we'll find out that crime rate in Nigeria has made the EFCC and other agencies now to generalize it, and it has gotten to the point that even innocent persons attack the Yahoo boys. But that is not to say that it is good to abolish EFCC. That is my own opinion. Also, yesterday, that protest in Delta State, it turned bloody, where about 3 persons were shot, and some vehicles, truck, and the rest of them were set ablaze by the protesting youth. And this is not good. That part is not good. They're setting people's property ablaze and restricting people from going about their daily activities, because everybody is not EFCC. So if you have a grievance, there are right channels to channel your grievance. You can go to the EFCC, you write to them, or you can go to court if you feel that your rights have been infringed on, not just generalizing it and causing others troubles. Let's just take a quick look at some of the videos that have surfaced from that protest no to EFCC that came up yesterday. We'll be right back.
Okay, first of all, we move this movement.
Okay, so on Thursday, there are some so-called people called EFCC. They came to the town. They came to the town and started harassing boys. They go into their house. They block them. They take their belongings, they take their money, they take their cars. But one thing I want to say is that social media is to meet people. Like, I've sent money to a guy, a black guy. He told me he was not feeling fine, and with willingly from my heart, I sent him money. So social media is to meet people. So I see no reason why, just because we are making friends, we are making friends with the white people, and these people tell people we are criminal. We are not the problem of this country. We are not the problem of this country. We want to be hope up. Those politicians, those politicians, those politicians. I'm saying something. I'm saying the fair play here. Yeah. All these things because of election. So they borrow a lot of money, and no country wants to give them money again. So they want to use our boys' money to sponsor this election. Many of them have fish ponds. Many of them have tailors. Many of them are mechanics. They have business to do. So I don't blame anything because a guy is successful. I don't blame anything because a youth is successful, and because of that we will not free. These people, they want us to look like a mad people. They want us to suffer. They want us to live in place with God. And we are here to say we have the brutality of SARS. We have the brutality of SARS. And now we want to end the brutality of EFCC. We have to live our voice. We are not the problem of this
Walk to the shop. Man, I leave our boyfriend for us. Man, I leave our boyfriend for us. I swear. Man, I leave our boyfriend for us. We need our boyfriends back. Man, I leave my boyfriend for me. May celebrate my next year birthday for me. My picky dedication 1 year party. I go live for you. We matter with you. Answer.
This is EFCC Protest. The new Ugeli Delta State. Ugeli Delta State. I just got down here from Warri. They have been shooting. I heard they shot 2 people down. Now. They shot 2 people down now. Hey! I have seen the guy. Jesus. 2 people are down already. 1 in the morning, 2 just now. 2 people are down already. 1 in the morning, 2 down now. 1 in the morning, 2 down now. 1 in the morning, 2 down now. Just now. This is not a thing of. Yeah, see, you can see it from there. They shot 2. They're just taking him to somewhere. See this? Okay, look at the guy. They just shot this guy now. The bike is taking him to the hospital. Look at the guy. They just shot him now. They are taking him to the hospital now. They shot his leg. They shot his leg.
Protest yesterday in Delta State, in Warri and Ugeli area of Delta State, and they are saying no to EFCC. They are calling for the ban of EFCC, and of course they are saying that their boys are being maltreated and they are restricted from living their lives the way they want. But what I know is that crime is not good and should not be condoned, and also violence is not good. We should not resort to using violence to, send our grievances to the relevant authorities. There are so many right ways to channel your grievances. If you feel that you are not being treated fine, you can do that using you can channel your complaint to the legal bodies. The court of law is there where you can file that your right has been infringed on, and I believe that the Court of Justice will do justice to your plea. And of course, this trending issues AF television. Now to our final story. A video also surfaced yesterday on social media where the governor of Ebonyi State, that's talking about Governor David Umahi, reportedly supervised some security personnel who were wearing a military outfit. They were said to be flogging some civil servants just because they were late to work. Let's just take a look at the video.
It's a blessing kingdom.
Our church.
It's our church.
No, our church.
It's a kingdom. It's here. I can't take care of land. It's boss. I'm like a million teach boss.
wako tsao bikwaka shanye kantara ka chaka shanye ha ichaka shanye ko biye to ichwa ni kwa chasu leka chwa chasu
ichike accountant broker
leka chasu mados wa accountant chaka shi Yabo, okay, we check commission with that. Ha. But I can't buy file about that.
Alright, that is the video said to be the governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, allegedly supervising the flogging of some workers for coming late. And of course, a human rights activist, Chidi, wrote something after posting that video. He wrote, "So today in Ebonyi, Governor Dave Umahi went for a project inspection and then instructs the soldiers to flog and yes, flog civil servants who arrived late. Not done. David Umahi supervised the flogging. Tomorrow, he will be rewarded with a seat in the Nigeria Senate." And of course, that is a Nigerian human rights, a former chairman of the Nigerian Human Rights Commission. We're talking about Chidi Odinakalu. He wrote that and posted the video. But now, the Ebonyi State governor that's talking about, David Umahi, has debunked that. And he is saying that he did not call for that, and he said that the video was doctored. According to him, he said that this was taken when the military were trying to disperse some persons that were trying to enforce a sit-at-home order in that part of the state. That's talking about Ebonyi State in particular. Well, one will hope that the video is not real, just as the governor is saying that it was doctored. But I don't see any reason why civil servants will be flogged for not coming on time. These are not children, if that is truly the case. It's still trending issues on AF television. Let's just take some of our comments from our social media handles before we call it a wrap on today's edition of trending issues. We'll have a comment from Iron Francis, and he wrote, "Nigerians here in Jamaica, okay, is watching. What's going on there?" All right, I think he's watching from Jamaica, so okay. And he also wrote another one, "Country turned upside down." And he also wrote again, "They could study online with the teachers as we do in Jamaica." I think Ayo is suggesting for us as students to study online if ASUU have decided not to call off the strike. Okay, NK Austin wrote, "That's good." And Ayo Francis also wrote, "Salary every year should be raised, and then not just because you want the vote. What happens if you lose? Will you take back the money?" And there's a reaction for Sanwo Olu, the Lagos State governor, who has decided to raise the salaries of civil servants in the state, which some are saying that it has to do with the 2023 election. Well, whatever be the case, the civil servants are going to get an increase, and it's a good one, and we'll hope that they will sustain it, and they will also implement it, not just promising, giving a mere promise. Thank you so much for being part of today's edition of Trending Issues. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for your comments, thank you for hooking up on the conversation on Trending Issues AF Television. My name is still Faith Okanwa. Let's do this again same time. Until then, it is bye for now.